The Prime Minister tells a delegation from Kudamkulam that he can't stop the maintenance work at the nuclear plant but will send a panel to allay the fears of the locals, seeks Amma's support. Former Telecom Minister A. Raja's plea to appear in the Supreme Court in the 2G case is rejected by a Delhi court today. All is fair in love and elections, it seems, with allies turning foes. The captain's team takes on their comrades. Is this the result of bad urban planning in Chennai? Hardly any takers for existing overbridges, but guess what? There are more coming. An 84-year-old man is found dead in Old Washerman Pit with his throat slit. A family dispute is believed to be the motive. A relative is a suspect. And at the International Sailing Regatta in the city, 2 sailors from Tamil Nadu make a podium finish. Hello and welcome to the news tonight on NDTV Hindu. I'm Evelyn Matthew. Let's also bring you the big national and world stories making headlines tonight. Omar Abdullah concedes that a complaint about bribes was made to him 2 months ago, says, "I am only human, I did act on it immediately." After damaging allegations by a key witness, Omar Abdullah tells NDTV he has reason to believe that the opposition, the PDP, has been in touch with the witness. PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti rebuts Omar's claims, says whenever things go wrong, the National Conference blames the opposition. On the last day of the Goa Assembly session, the controversial mining report is not tabled. The Speaker says he needs more time to study it. And 3 women share the 2011 Nobel Peace Prize. Liberian President is one of them. The Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh has given the halting of work at the nuclear plant in Kudamkulam a big no. In a letter to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Ms. Jayalalitha, he said he counted on her support in ensuring the timely implementation of the Kudamkulam project. Today, the Prime Minister met with a group of people who were opposed to the nuclear power plant, along with members of different political parties and activists at his residence. Residents of coastal villages in and around the area, in fact in Kudamkulam, have been asking that work at the plant be suspended because of concerns around their safety. But various expert agencies and the union government have guaranteed that the plant, which is designed to generate more nuclear power than anywhere else in India, has been certified as one that meets international safety standards. The Tamil Nadu cabinet, in fact, last month passed a resolution asking for the Prime Minister's intervention. In some more news making headlines, looks like the last glimmer of hope for former Telecom Minister A. Raja has disappeared. He has been told that he cannot attend Monday's hearing in the Supreme Court on the 2G scam that he allegedly masterminded. A special court that's handling the 2G scam in Delhi turned down his request this morning. The former minister believes that he should be allowed to assist his lawyer in the Supreme Court because he says he knows best the details of the telecom deals that are now under question. Mr. Raja was arrested in February for selling telecom licenses and second generation or 2G spectrum in 2008 at throwaway prices to ineligible companies. The Supreme Court is monitoring the CBI's investigation on the scam. Back to the big news from the state. The October polls seem to have it all, the mighty ingredients of a good old thriller. There are friends, enemies, even within an alliance, it seems. We are talking about the captain and his men in the DMDK-CPM alliance. While the Communist Party is not too spendthrift when it comes to campaigneering, they seem to have leaned on the DMDK for its financial muscle. But there are still some differences within, with the parties having launched separate candidates for ward councillor posts. But ahead of these polls, the usual festivities associated with it seem to have dampened over cost cutting. Every time a campaign vehicle passes an office or a house, the first thing you'd probably hear these days is the booming noise, not followed by an entourage of vehicles, but just one campaign vehicle. Pratiksha Ramkumar tries to figure out why the festivities during this local body elections seem a little less festive.
On the campaign trail with mayoral candidate M. Subramaniam, his convoy comprises just 3 bikes, his campaign vehicle and a car. Isn't that much smaller than the usual campaigns? This is the impact of the Election Commission's strict expenditure limit.
தேர்தல் ஆணையத்தோட அந்த கட்டுப்பாடுங்கிறது வரவேற்கக்கூடியதுதான். அது வெறுமனே எதிர்க்கட்சிகளுக்கு மட்டும் ஆளுங்கட்சிக்கு பொருந்தாதுங்கிற மாதிரி இப்போ நடைமுறையில் இருக்கு. இப்போ எங்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் இந்த இப்போ நீங்க பாக்குறீங்க ரெண்டு ஒரு ஜீப் அது மாதிரி தோழர்கள் மட்டும் வராங்க.
According to the State Election Commission's rules in the candidates handbook, Mayoral candidates are not allowed to spend more than 11 lakh rupees for their election campaign. Candidates say this estimate is archaic, especially as many of them can afford to spend much more from their personal kitty. Here are the declared assets of the main contenders. AIADMK's Saidai Duraiswamy has declared 13.91 crore. M. Subramaniam of the DMK has declared 44.5 lakhs. 1.89 crore from Saidai P. Ravi of the Congress. And independent candidate Sarath Babu has declared 20 lakhs.
நாங்கள் ஒரு முறை தான் நாங்கள் வந்து வாகனத்தை பயன்படுத்துகிறோம். ஒரு வட்டத்துக்கு வரும்போது அப்புறம் மீதி வாகனத்தை பயன்படுத்துறது இல்லை. நான் நடந்து தான் போய் ஓட்டு கேட்குறாங்க. பேசிக்காக சட்டமன்ற தேர்தலை ஒப்பிடுகின்ற பொழுது மாநகராட்சி செலவு தொகை என்பது 15 வருஷம் 20 வருஷத்துக்கு முன் நிர்ணயம் செய்ததை அப்படியே வச்சிருக்காங்க, மாற்றி அமைக்கல.
Few candidates though welcome the strict monitoring of expenditure, saying it definitely helps create a level playing field.
It is very much probable, but they have to, stick on to like volunteerism of party cadres, and they have to go on with other easy and costless ways of methods of campaigning. Like my wish would be like all the candidates stick on to that limits and play a level field.
The idea behind the expenditure limit may be to create a level playing field, but how the Election Commission plans to strictly and neutrally monitor the election expenditures of every candidate is the big question. And candidates say a revised expenditure limit could go a long way to people sticking to it. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Up ahead on the news tonight, before the sidewalks in our dear city become extinct, NDTV Hindu tries to voice the citizens' desperate cry.